Tim, this is what you don't want to hear when you're on a balloon. The pilot tells everyone to brace themselves for a hard landing as the balloon slams into an island just past the Bosque. He wants everyone to get in a crouch safety position, but the 50-foot fall sent people to the hospital. We were right here last month when APD busted a tire thief trying to sell a set of stolen wheels and tires. The city of Albuquerque says there's going to be 3 more weeks of this stop-and-go traffic. Each one of these squares in the middle of the road means someone's been here to replace the pipes, and you can see them all over the neighborhood. You've got to take responsibility. Do what the firefighters do. Use dirt, water, and feel to make sure it's out completely. Some of the complaints are warranted, like the unleveled parts of coal without warning, but some drivers just need to be more aware. The cell phone, it's toast. Every part of it besides where you charge it. And if that's not strange enough, look underneath this chair that I was sitting on. It's fine. Tomorrow is Selection Sunday for the big NCAA tournament. A Lobo win tonight would mean a better seeding for that tournament. So if you want to come down to Coaches and root for them, make sure to wear red, Tim. Last week, the company shut down gas stations in Kansas and Missouri. They plan on doing the same thing here in Albuquerque. We just don't know the timeline yet. Deanna, if the deal is approved, the county will fork over $1.5 million.
His house was on fire. Neighbors took this video after a suspected drunk driver smashed into a home near Edith and Osuna in northeast Albuquerque Sunday. Now Chris Gallegos' home is in shambles. This video shows the Albuquerque Fire Department putting out the flames. Even though the Bernalillo County Fire Department has a station a mile away, they were not dispatched.
Just would have liked to have the opportunity to see if it would have gotten a little bit better.
BCFD wasn't called because the house is in AFD's jurisdiction.
This is how complicated the response system is right now. Because Vistamonte is on the right side of this yellow line, it's out of the jurisdiction for Bernalillo County.
AFD had to travel about 3.5 miles across the interstate, getting to the scene in 6 minutes and 13 seconds. Both departments say this happens every day, and it's been happening for years.
That's throughout the county. You can go to the South Valley, the North Valley, and even some areas in the east side of town where there's jurisdictional lines that abut a fire station.
When an emergency response unit gets a dispatch from the 911 center, they go to the call and provide the services. That's what they're trained to do.
Both fire chiefs say they've been working for 5 months on a new coordinated response system because this problem isn't as simple as it sounds. County Commissioner Maggie Hart-Stebbins says that new system needs to be in place now.
One of these days, if we don't get this into place, we're going to have a death that could have been prevented by sending the closest fire truck.
Including at Sandia Prep, where a man collapsed, stopped breathing, and people at the school had to use a defibrillator to keep him alive. AFD, stationed miles away, responded. Again, BCFD was just down the street.
Do you care what jurisdiction you're in?
Not really. I mean, I didn't even know what jurisdiction I was in, so.
The man who collapsed at Sandia Prep survived. Both fire departments said they'll begin testing their new system after the 4th of July.
No, I'm not a street sweeper.
Oh, were you arrested this weekend?
No, why?
He denied it all until we showed him his mugshot from early Saturday morning. He was still wearing the same red shirt from the picture.
I think I drank about a 6-pack. That was it.
59-year-old Herbert Morgan says he spent Friday four-wheeling and drinking beer after he got off work at 4. But by 6 in the evening, he says he was on his way home and into bed. By midnight, his story goes that he got a call to help clean up a car crash on I-40 and that he shouldn't have been working at all.
I wasn't on call. That Saturday. It's usually the guy that's on call that takes care of all the situations.
But he helped out anyways, driving a few miles to the Department of Transportation building on the west side, picking up a big street sweeper, and then driving it west of Albuquerque, about 15 miles to where the wreck happened on I-40, about 10 miles past the Route 66 casino.
I was not swerving. I was not.
Did you hit anything?
I didn't hit nothing.
But the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office says he did. They said he backed up the sweeper into a deputy's patrol car. Deputies thought he was drunk, so they gave Morgan a breath test. They say he blew a .16, twice the presumed level of intoxication.
I'm not blaming nobody. I'm blaming the cop that arrested me for no reason.
He was cuffed at the scene and taken to jail on aggravated DWI charges.
Morgan said he's never been in trouble for something like this before, but online court records show he's been convicted of drunk driving twice.
There are rules at the Paradise Community Pool in Northwest Albuquerque. Don't dive, don't run, and like every other place, don't steal.
I have no idea why somebody would do this.
A young Paradise swim team recently noticed the racing lines were stripped from the bottom of the pool, causing swimmers to look like bumper boats during races.
You would sometimes hit into other people.
The black vinyl racing lines are used by young swimmers like Cameron to practice his breaststroke. You may have seen similar racing lines in Olympic swimming pools. Why would someone steal them?
The only thing I can figure out is maybe it was some kind of a badge of honor for some particular group to say, hey, we were able to do this.
5 lanes of 25 yards. Parks and Rec director Ed Chismar thinks the wet bandits used knives going underwater for hours to pick the pieces of welded vinyl off the concrete floor of the pool.
The director here doesn't know exactly what happened, but he knows that the culprit or culprits had to come up for air a lot.
There was no evidence left. Chismar thinks they rolled it all up and scaled the barbed wire fence. Now the county will have to drain the pool and replace the lines before next year's swim season. All that will cost the county at least $2,000. Scott Daniels, KRQE News 13.